Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Man Zone. For those that are new to the channel, I'm here to provide thoughtful content, something that is geared towards men's health, men's betterment, and men's awareness. My goal is to create a community where men can openly discuss any issues they have and have a sense of belonging as well as um, the need to, if they ever need to be able to talk to anyone. Sorry, kind of lost my frame of thought there for a moment. It's important that men understand that there are support groups for everyone here, and no one ever needs to feel isolated. As men, we know how tough it is in today's world, and the burdens and pressures that are put on all of us. Um, so today's topic I want to talk about is motivation. What motivates you to get up, to get out of bed, to want to make a difference in the world today? Well, there are definitely a lot of things that demotivate men. Um, could be work, could be family, but at the same token, what makes you get up and continue to fight and continue to push forward? I would venture to say one point is if you're a father, definitely your children. That motivates me to keep going and to push forward, no matter what obstacle comes my way, whatever challenges there are. I always look and look in their eyes, look in their faces, and know that they are my responsibility, and I will never let them down. That for me is enough motivation for me to keep going, doing what I'm doing, and to kind of branch out and do more things just to be a positive influence on them, not necessarily financially, but also spiritually, emotionally, so that they see that it's not just one side of me, but I'm a multifaceted person and I can do a lot of different things. And I want to be that pillar for them, that they know that whatever goes on in their life, they can always come back to me, and I will be there for them, and I will do everything I can to support them. Been very fortunate in that regard where I have three wonderful children who two are in college and one is still in middle school, but they're doing exceptionally well. They're really well received by everyone that encounters them, and that's probably one of the greatest things that you can ever receive from somebody is just how much they adore and appreciate the children when you're not around. Shows you the kind of influence that you had over their life, and for that reason alone, it motivates me. Now that's just one aspect that motivates, but um, for some, it's mere fact of competition or fear of failing, which can be a slippery slope. I've had to combat that for a little bit. I'm highly competitive. I don't like to lose in anything, and I really strive to be the best at everything that I get my hands on. That is good and bad. It does create a little animosity towards other people where you kind of want to be that A-type driver mentality and really tend to be a little abrasive. So it does take some work to kind of get over that character flaw and realize that not everybody's your enemy, and you're not directly competing against everybody. So that is definitely something that I struggle with at times, but still, it is a motivating factor to be competitive, and that was always in my nature. Even as I was a kid growing up, my parents put me into sports, and I was highly competitive then, and it just kind of carried me through my life. My father was very strict, and he was wanting me to compete at the highest levels, no matter what age I was, and it drove me. It burned me out after a while, but it did at least instill in me that competitive nature where no matter where I'm at, I try to be the best at anything. So that for me is another motivating factor. So you have family, you have competitiveness, um, goals, aspirations. Do those drive you? Those are less drivers, but depending on the person, it takes a lot of will to take a goal or an aspiration and turn that into reality. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication. And there are a lot of people that have great ideas, but they don't put in the work. And ultimately, they come up short and they fail. It's very difficult to do. I've attempted it and I was mildly successful, but that was short lived. It only lasted maybe 4 or 5 years, where I was seeing some progress, but it was a very difficult endeavor, and trying to do it without any guidance, it tends to lead to failure. So if I knew now what I knew then, I think I would have been much better off and probably would have been more of an independent entrepreneur versus working for an organization. So there are definitely some takeaways and some lessons learned from those experiences that I use now to kind of help drive what I do professionally and privately. But those are definitely some motivating factors, but that is more willpower than just pure motivation. So I guess the real question is, what motivates you? Are there any other things that you guys want to comment down below, and what really pushes you forward? Is it a sense of duty, maybe, for those that are in the military? Um, Maybe it's a family legacy that you're trying to fulfill. That definitely is a motivating factor. If you have a family business that you've been handed the keys to, and now it's yours, that's definitely a kind of a pressure situation where if you're not motivated or you don't like doing you're definitely destined for failure, or at minimum, it's going to be an unpleasant experience, because if you don't enjoy what you do, you're never going to be truly happy. That's the other thing that motivates me, is to be in a position where I enjoy what I do, and I do. I love what I do. I love working in the technology space. I love talking to people and coaching them and seeing them grow and progress. There's no greater joy than to see somebody grow and learn. And even if they leave and they go somewhere else, you see how they've grown in their careers, and you can say, hey, look, this is kind of a legacy and thing I've left behind with the people that that worked under me. It's always good to see how they turn out. Well, that's all for today. Those are, for me, some of the big key motivating factors in my life. Now, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. I look forward to try to bring you this a little more frequently. I try to be more of a live streamer and kind of do things off the cuff versus a kind of a prepared video. I like to be as natural as possible, just so you can see that I'm a real human being and fallible. And but we are all fallible. Nobody here is perfect, but we do strive for excellence, and that's something I learned from a very good friend of mine. Never strive for perfection, because you will never achieve it and you will always be unhappy. Strive for excellence and you will achieve that, and it will definitely satisfy you. So with that being said, thank you for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.